Hey guys, this is Zombie Girl. I have a quick tip for comic book collectors in particular. I just want to give out just a few quick tips on how to keep your comic books in mint condition, especially if you're a kind of collector that likes to keep your comic book in a plastic sleeve. If you like to keep your comic books in a plastic sleeve, I suggest you to make sure you don't have any tears in the plastic sleeve, because if air gets inside, you will have browning. If you have a newspaper print comic book, if you have a tear in your plastic sleeve, you will get too much air is going inside the comic, and the comic book, especially if you have newsprint, it'll start turning brown. So in order to prevent that, I suggest you change your plastic sleeve once in a while if you have a newsprint comic book. Suppose if you have if you have many comic books with no sleeves, go out and get them. They're only 25 cents. Go get as much plastic sleeves as possible, because if you don't want bending or tearing or discoloration to your comic, you have to keep them in a plastic sleeve if you're a mint condition collector. Now, if you don't know how to keep your comic book in perfect condition, you have to get a plastic sleeve. You have to keep your comic books in either a box or a crate. Don't have them tossed around anywhere, because you will get tearing and cracking, and you don't want tearing and cracking or bending of your corners. If you get bending of the corners, you'll lose the value of the comic, and you don't want that. But if you want to keep your comic books nice and you want the color to still be bright and nice, you have to keep them out of the sun. If you have your comic book in the sun too long, you will get sun damage, and sun damage, trust me, it's not fun. It's just not fun. But just apply those rules with your comic books and you won't have an issue. But if you like glossy paper comic books, make sure you don't get them wet. If your hands are too sweaty, it could be a problem where the paint, because once comic books are printed, the ink is not all that great, especially if you have a comic book that's printed on a jet printer. Yeah, the ink will run sometimes, so be mindful of that. Keep your comics away from water, and kids, especially kids don't know, so they would rip them up. I've had cousins come over where I don't care. I used to keep my comics tossed anywhere, and my little cousins will come over and kind of play with them and rip them, and I kind of learned from that. But again, if you like to keep your comics in mint condition, apply those rules. Make sure you be mindful of those things, because comics are very delicate, because they are made of paper and ink. And once you buy a comic book, make sure before you buy it, you look at the corners. You look inside of the comic book, see if there's any tearing or holes in them, because once you're scavenging hunt for comic books in a comic book store, you have to look for stuff like that, or you'll be lucked out of a good comic, especially if you want to resell it. You have to keep its value at its high, because if it has one tear, one bending at the corner, or sun damage, or any of the things I listed, the value will go down for sure, and you won't get your full value of the comic. But again, that's all I wanted to say. A few tips to keep your comic book in mint condition, if you're a mint condition collector or not. Just if you want to keep it nice, apply those rules. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment if you have any questions. Comment me and I'll get back to you. But thank you for that. I just wanted to help you out. But thank you. Thank you for watching. Please rate, subscribe if you like, comment. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.